All right, let's go. What's good? What's good? What's good? You tune to Apartment 5B podcast hosted by your man Kill. I got my squad with me in effect today. I got my brother Vern from ATL. What's going on, Big Vern?
What's going on, fellas? Ready to do this?
No
Hey,
doubt.
yo.
I see you ready, man. I see you ready. Yo, I got my brother Greg from Philly, Morgan State. This dude been my guy for 30 years, man. So
Yes,
what's
sir, yes,
good
sir.
with you, Greg?
Everything is good. Trying to stay safe in this Corona situation. What's
No
up?
doubt. No doubt. And I got my man Rob. Yo, I've been chopping it up with my man Rob for the past 3-4 years on Twitter.
3 years, baby. 3 years. 2017. Yeah.
Since for years, he was like, "Yo, we gotta get it in. This is the perfect time to do shows. We ain't got nowhere else to go, so perfect time to get it in." Rob, what's going on, good brother?
Hey, what's up? What's up, the brothers and sisters out there? First time with my man Kill and these two good brothers. Looking forward to this. My favorite drama of all time, The Wire.
No doubt. So y'all know me. Let's jump right into it. Like my man Rob said, he hit me up like, "Yo, let's do the show. I don't care. We talk about whatever. Talk about The Wire." And saying he said The Wire, my ears perked up. You know what I mean? For folk who don't know, me and Greg went to Morgan State back in 90. He started in 91. I started in 92 in Baltimore. So Baltimore is like a second home for both of us. So The Wire just hits home that much more for us because of just everything. So we're going to just go into... Yeah, it's Baltimore. You know, we are going to go into everything about The Wire, you know, top 5 scenes, quotables, favorite characters, slept on characters, and where it ranks on, you know, just dope TV shows ever. So let's get right into it. Yo, Rob, give me one of your top 5 scenes from The Wire and what makes it a top 5 scene for you.
Remember, I shared this with you twice on Twitter. The scene with the scene, it's about D'Angelo. The scene where Avon and Stringer are in their I believe wherever their war headquarters were, because they were
the warehouse.
They were in a war with Harlem.
Yeah,
in the warehouse, right?
Joint.
And Avon is like, "Oh, you a businessman, yeah, but you're not built for this war stuff, right? Greed run through your body, not red." And Stringer reveals that he had his nephew killed while in lockup. And then they have that fight. And right there, in my opinion, that was the beginning of the end for the Barksdale clan.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's funny because that's definitely one of mine too. You know, and what I loved about it was just the whole point of, you know, you're not hard enough for this right here. And maybe, just maybe, not smart enough for them. You know what I mean? Like you trying to play both sides, and bro, you ain't rocking with it both sides. You know what I mean? So definitely one of my favorite scenes too. And to me, that was one of I remember when that season was live, and you was like building up to that, you know, that place of when is Avon gonna find out, you know, what Stringer did. You know what I mean? So it was also the build up of anticipation. And this is before Twitter. This is before social media like that. So you didn't even have you know, people trying to ruin it for you or anything like that.
And that was back in November, December of 2003. So that's before social media wasn't created to 2004.
Right. So that like I said, it wasn't like you had stuff ruin it for you. You ain't know when it was gonna pop off. So definitely one of my favorite scenes too. Vern, what about you? What's one of your favorite scenes, good brother?
Clay Davis on the witness stand. Man, that was magic. I mean, the way he set it all up, you know, he emptied out his pockets, you know, and then he kind of went to his old slavery voice. I was gonna do it every time, you know. he had because what he did, he played old boy. He called him Obama. Remember between, you know, bougie black folks and the city black folks. Yeah, we ain't worried about rules when Miss May, you know, arthritis is kicking up, and you know, they need bubble coats and all that stuff. And then at the end, he was like, maybe I'm guilty, but I'm gonna do it again. You know, that was just gold. He just killed that dude.
Yeah, because it's funny because you thought Clay was done. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, how do you? It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So, and the wild part about it, and another reason why I love The Wire so much is because it's so ingrained in Baltimore. Because if you kept up with Baltimore politics, you got Sheila Dixon, who was the mayor at the time, who's actually, for all my ball players out there, Juan Dixon, who played for Maryland and for the Wizards, his aunt, you know, Juanita Dixon was going through all that hoopla, same stuff Clay was going through. So there's always, I mean, this is politics in general in any city, but it just fit in perfect what was going on with Baltimore. You know, when I mean Sheila Dixon, I said Juanita. I didn't turn Juan into Juanita, but Sheila Dixon, you know, Sheila Dixon was going through the same hoopla like that and everything like that. So it just fit right in with Clay. You know what I mean? And Clay, I mean, infamous for the you know what I mean? Like that's just it got so bad Spike had him do it. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, when another director got you in a whole nother role and still got you doing in the 25th hour. So definitely a dope joint. Greg, which one of yours, good brother?
First one I wrote down is from season 1 with McNulty and Bunk. You go see about Angelo girl and they knock on the window.
Right.
And the whole scene is them saying,
fuck. Yeah, I got that. That's one of mine too.
That's one of mine also. That's a great scene because that's all they say throughout that 10-minute scene.
The scene is like 5 to 8 minutes. That's all they say.
Right.
And just they emphasis on saying it.
Right.
You know exactly what they mean and what's going on.
Yeah, and it's crazy because the crazy thing for that for me, I got biblical on the wire. I put my scenes down like Bible verses, so that I got that as being season 1, episode 4. So right. So we go to season 1, episode 4 in the Good Book of the Wire. But and the funny thing about that scene, for you know the diehard heads out there that know that D'Angelo actually lied when he was in the pit, and he said that that's the murder that he committed. You know what I'm saying? And he had the whole, you know, tap on the window because basically them Wire kids, Putin, Bodie, and them was like, yo, this dude ain't built like that. Right. So they like, well, what you was locked up for? He's like, oh, I was locked up for a murder, and then basically told Weebay's story as his own to try to get that street cred or whatever like that. But like you said, Greg, it was ingenious in the writing of it being not just fuck it, be like, oh, fuckity fuck. Fuck. Like it literally they did so many variations of fuck. Like it was almost like Pusha T. Like, how do you sell coke for 20 years and still make it, you know, a new way to find it? It's like, yo, how do you make a 4-letter word?
Bernie Mac say motherfuckers a person, place, or things like Drake.
Right. It's like, yo, how do you take a 4-letter word and find a way to stretch it for 8 minutes and not get tired of it? And then on top of that, I just thought it was just amazing for me to see because I don't know no feds like that. Like, damn, this is how y'all solve murders. Like, you got to get the measuring tape out, and they looking in the refrigerator and all of that stuff. Like, right. Went through, they know these bags. So again, and just another reason why to me is just excellent writing, across the board. Because, like I said, to make the word fuck into an 8-minute scene and make it a scene that 3 of us, Vern, I don't know if you had it too, but that 3 of us all picked as one of our favorite scenes is just ingenious to me. So,
and one thing I want to add about that scene, it doesn't work if not for the chemistry between Dominic West and Wendell Pierce.
Right.
I don't know anybody else in that show that could have pulled it off. They had that chemistry, and they were able to just, like, they went with it. And it was flawless. Right.
That's how the Wire was.
Yeah.
From the first 10 minutes of watching the first episode of The Wire, it was like I've been watching it for a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, I was like,
sure if it's me and you in Baltimore, too, just being there, but it just pulled me in. Like, I was hooked.
Yeah. I was like 2 years late, about a year and a half, 2 years late. And one night I watched the first episode. And 4 hours later, 5 hours, 6 hours later, I just binge watched it. I was up like this trying to stay woke. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Rob, what's another joint you got, good brother?
The scene where Stringer gets murdered by Omar and the Muslim brother.
Brother Muzone.
Where you see, and Idris Elba killed this scene. Because when he finally cornered him, you could see the defeat in his eyes. And like he tries to buy him off. He's like, oh, so you're not. And then there's a pause, and then he goes, "Get on with it, motherfucker."
Like your man singing.
That was just a great. That is my favorite scene from The Wire. I just loved that scene. And Idris Elba, Kill, an actor is a great actor. I knew from watching that show that he was going to be a great actor because he could act without saying anything. His eyes, a lot of expression in his eyes, and that scene right there proved it.
Yeah, definitely. I remember when that scene happened. I remember rewinding that back like 20, 30 times, watching it again. You know what I mean? Because it was almost like watching Rainbow on Beach Street or like Cochise and Cooley High. Like
Exactly,
it literally was like, yo, they really killed my nigga. Like, yo, they really killed Straight. Like, yo, there ain't no coming back. This ain't no comic book like Wolverine did. Yeah, it's like, yo, no, this is a rap. And it's funny because right. It's funny because later on in life, I had linked with Idris and we were doing on some music stuff. And I remember meeting with his and it's funny how God works. His manager, this cat Rondé from Queens, is real cool with my man Sakani from Queens. So it's just how energy works. That like I'm always connecting with somebody who I know somebody. But Rondé was saying that one of the reasons he wanted out of The Wire was because he didn't want to get typecast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he was sharing with me, Rondé was sharing with me that it was a time where I guess they was chilling with Al Pacino, and Al was just talking about how, of course, he loves Scarface, but that's it for him. You know what I mean? And that was something Idris didn't want to get caught in, that he wanted to kind of like go out and do his other thing to be known as other things. And it's amazing to see him be one of the biggest, not black actors, but one of just the biggest actors in Hollywood, period, from the Too Fast and Too Furious to, Vern Porsche was telling me about Molly's Game the other day. And I'm like, what's Molly's Game? And she was like, you see where he grew to, you know what I mean? So it's just funny that, like you said, that you could see he was going to become a great actor and going to do great things, outside of just being, known for Stringer Bell and just getting typecasted like that.
He always was Stringer, though.
And The Wire produced three great actors, three of our best actors today, in Michael K. Williams, Michael B. Jordan, and Idris Elba. And like you, Idris is one of the top 10 actors in the world right now. Top 10.
And then, I mean, you can't front on Wood Harris, who is to me one of the most.
But he's been tremendous before The Wire.
You're right. And also, what's my man Dominic?
Dominic West.
Dominic West.
And Wendell Pierce.
Right, and Wendell Pierce, like 100% right. All right, Vern, what you got up next, good brother?
You gonna look out for me? You gonna look out for me?
Man, that's heartbreaking.
Man, I cried, bro. I cried. I really cried. Yeah, the scene when Randy had to go to the group home. His foster mother house got bombed. He's trying to do the right thing, and that's the first time Carver, to me, really showed some compassion and some humanity or whatever. When he realized, he was even trying to get him to stay with him, and it just didn't work, man. And to see Randy turn from this sweet little guy, and then it came back, a year or so later, he hard rock now.
He hardcore,
yeah. So that scene right there, man, made me cry.
Yeah. It's funny that Dad. It's funny because when they was going to 8th grade last year, I was like, yo, it's time for you to watch The Wire. You know what I mean? And I told her, and I started with season 4, with the kids going to 8th grade. And I said, you're going to see how this 1 year changes their lives. You know what I'm saying? How you see them going from 4 kids that's just trying to catch pigeons to just at the end of the school year, they in 4 different directions. And like you said, the Randy part was heartbreaking. You know what I mean? And the fact that he was trying to find anything to cling on to because he didn't want to go back to foster care. So even when he was about to get suspended, and it was like, I know about a murder. You know what I mean? And you could just see that this is where the snitching and where everything just came downhill. And
Randy,
and for people watching who don't know, for the past 20 years, I've been in every hood of Southeast DC you could think of, working with the kids. So this snitching thing, I loved it just because it played onto that, just how real that no snitching thing is in the hood. And I remember one scene, I don't know if it was a scene where he said, I can tell you about a body, but I remember Cuddy being in the office and Randy said, I can tell you something. Cuddy even looked at him like, damn, B, you gonna go out like that? Like, you know what I mean? Just take the L with the getting in trouble with your stepmoms, but him being in foster care is like, yo, I kind of felt that pain of this ain't my real mom. Like maybe if it was my real mom, I'd take that hit, but it's the foster mom. You know, she could, throw me back in the system type thing. So definitely a great scene. Greg, what you got for your next one, man?
Well, I had that one with Randy. But my next one is season 1 again. It's where String go see D'Angelo.
Yeah.
D'Angelo breaking down. He's snapping and String like, where's the boy, String? Where's Wallace at?
Yeah.
Tell me where Wallace at. Where the boy, String? He just break down. He crying. String like, whatever, man. String is trying to know what he's talking about. String already smashing his girl. So he really like D'Angelo a weak link anyway.
Right
there, you can see the division coming. That's like a precursor to the division coming with Avon, because once Avon get locked up, String is on some other stuff, and that it's funny how it all lay down. Like those are just steps towards the breakdown of the whole Avon String thing. Yeah, that right there, that D'Angelo really broke down on that. I thought that was a great scene. And every time I see Michael B. Jordan, we still call him Wallace.
Oh no, anybody that's from on the wire on anything, they steal that character.
He's always Wallace. I don't think he played Creed, the new movie, Black Panther, and not the new movie where he played a lawyer. He's always Wallace. Forever.
Yeah. It's funny because I started Nay off on Paid in Full before The Wire. So when she saw season 4 of The Wire, but Avon really wasn't in it like that. So now when she sees Wood Harris, she just know him as Ace from Paid in Full. She don't even, when we watch Remember the Titans, She like, oh, there go Ace. And I'm like, I say Avon, you say Ace, but yeah, I feel you on that. Like
he's him as an actor too, though.
Yeah, he's always gonna be Wallace. The joint I got, back to my biblical, season 4, episode 1, Snoop at the hardware bar.
Oh my God! Yes.
With the nail gun. Number one, it was crazy because this is again season 4, episode 1. So this is the first episode back. You know what I mean? You already know Snoop's pedigree. You know what she doing, and to see her in the Home Depot joint, I'm kind of like, yo, where's this going? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even why you in Home Depot looking for a nail gun or whatever. You know what I mean? So that to me was like already like, oh, okay, like let me see where this is going, and then just the conversation between her and the dude, and then like, do you do a lot of work around town? Like, yeah, we get around, we put in work here and there, you know what I mean? And then when it was all about the caliber, she's like, oh yeah, I get it, the caliber, the kickback. I know what you're saying, and then at the end where she's like, well, here, just take the money. He's like, no, you go back over there. She's like, no. She's like, no, it's $500. He's like, yo, you keep that bump. You earn that like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? You keep that. Like. And again, that's that hood shit right there, because who's gonna give you the money and not pay at the register? Like, you know what I mean? But like, I ain't got time to be waiting in no line. You just do that, And then when she get in the car with Chris, she's like, yeah, man said this was the Cadillac of nail guns. He probably meant Lexus, but he ain't no better. You know what I mean? So Snoop to me was just an amazing character. Kind of crazy with the backstory of how she was locked up for a murder, got out. Yeah, in real life. And then, I remember reading an article of the family of the person who was killed. And it's like, yo, how are we missing our loved one? And this chick on TV being a movie star, TV star now. Like, how that work, So definitely a crazy thing, but definitely
using real people.
Yeah. And I want to say that Omar found her. Michael K. Williams.
Discovered her. Yes.
In a club somewhere. So just that's even doper too. What's another one you got up, Rob?
All right. Want to go back to when D'Angelo gets killed in the prison working in the library. That right there, you saw it coming. Because if you notice, fellas, whenever a major character dies in a TV show, the whole show is centered around that character. And in that episode, it was him talking to his moms, him not wanting to talk to his baby mama, and telling Avon, let me be. And then he's in the lot, and then the whole discussion, the group discussion, where they were talking about, what was the book, Kill, that they were discussing?
Shoot, what was that book?
Don't give me the line, man. I just turned 46, bro. I could barely remember what I ate yesterday.
But they would have a group discussion, and so the whole episode. So I'm watching this. I'm like, he's dying, and then in the library, the guy comes in, asks for a book. No, you're not supposed to be back here. Chokes him out, makes it look like a suicide, and the episode ends with him dying right then and there. That incredible scene, incredible episode, season 3.
Now, here's the thing that I do always wonder about. That is the one flag on the play with me. Like, I didn't can you, and I'm not good at suicide, of course, but can you really hang yourself from a doorknob? Like, that was
when you sit down, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's why McNulty was able to
right. Like, that was my only flag on the play. Like, is this even a believable suicide? Like, this dude is on the floor, like, and like you said, bro, and that's how McNulty was able to find it out. But the fact that it's like, nigga died on the floor. Nah, that's bull. Like, I don't even know why McNulty had to get on the floor, put a belt around his neck to even try it. Because I'm like, no, I'm not really that keen on how suicides work. But never heard of you trying to kill yourself sitting on the floor with a belt. But
I remember when he asked Bunk, and Bunk was like, well, my people, African Americans, we don't off ourselves.
Right. You know what I mean? So that was like one of the only kind of not believable things in 5 seasons. But definitely still a dope scene. Definitely a dope scene. What about you, bro? What you got up next?
I'm gonna go. Was it season 4 or 5? Anyway, I'm gonna lead up to it. So, Chris and Snoop train Mike up from a pup. Teach him how to, go to a job early, case the scene, and find out what's going on. And when he ended up having to kill Snoop because they was gonna try to get him, it's like, man, we trained you well, too well. And then he was like, why? Why y'all got to do this to me? I'm loyal. I follow the rules. Blah 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 blah. And it was like, it ain't about that. You always asking questions that we shouldn't have to answer or whatever. So that was one of my favorite scenes.
So is the scene when he killed Snoop?
When he in a car.
Yeah.
She was going to try to kill him, but he got to jump on her, and then she was like, "How my hair look?
You look good, girl."
Right.
No, definitely had that.
Like you said, how my hair look, man, and it was like, you look good, girl. So yeah, definitely a dope joint. What you got up next, Greg?
Yeah, I had to cross.
I mean, even if you had that scene, I mean, if you got something to add to it.
I had that one. I had the Randy and Carver joint. I'm gonna give you another one. And I think it's season 5 is Weebay, and what's the baby mom name?
I'm talking about, I think her name Delanda.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll see him. He's talking about, I don't care where you at. Find you wherever you are. Don't worry about me being ahead. I can get at you.
Right.
She ain't all shook. He was serious, like, I'm gonna get at you. Step out of line wrong, and I'm coming for you.
Remember who I am. Yeah.
I know who I am.
Yeah.
And what I do.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, definitely a dope joint. The next joint I got up is season 3, episode 3, where Stringer wants to tell everybody about they giving them too many motherfucking 40-degree days.
Yeah.
So
that's a great scene.
And he's just sitting there like, man, y'all give me 40-degree days. And they like, yo, what you talking about? He like, 50 bring a smile to your face. 60, shit, niggas damn near out here barbecuing. You know what I mean? And it's so funny because, again, me being in the hood every day, if it's a 60-degree day, niggas are damn near out there barbecuing. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. And ain't like, 20-degree day, niggas get they bitch on, talking about they blood, complaining about they blood, But he like a 40-degree day, don't nobody give a fuck about a 40-degree day, and y'all giving me too many goddamn 40-degree days. And it was just like, again, like, I'm trying to learn to become a screenwriter, and it's like, whoever wrote I just want to sit up under them, like the way I would like sit up under Dilla or Primo, like learning how to make beats. It's like, yo, where did you get that from? Like, is that something that your grandmother used to say to you that you pull from that? Like, where do you pull from? Because when I'm writing my scripts, I pull from various different places. Like, I let my wife read one the other day, and she's like, yo, where did you come up with that? And I was like, oh, it was on TV. Like, do you know what I mean? Or But like that scene, I'm just like, yo, a 40-degree day, like, you know what I mean? So
Hey, Kill,
that definitely.
Add to that when that ignorant fool, we're gonna go out there like a 40-degree day.
Yeah,
Right.
It totally went over his head when Stringer was
Right.
saying.
Right.
But it's funny, fellas. In New York, on a 60, it could be January, February, December, 60-degree day. All of a sudden, the ice cream trucks come out. I don't know if it's like that in Philly and Baltimore. But I'm like, what the fuck? When we were kids, the ice cream trucks didn't come out till May. Now in December, January, February, November, if it's a 60-degree day, here come the ice cream trucks.
Now here's the thing, bro. I don't know how it is in NY, but out here in DC, you got cats who sell out the ice cream truck. So they pushing their drugs too out the ice cream truck. So any day that it's not no code on day, they coming out. You know what I mean? Because I've been out in the hoods of DC and on a 55-degree day, and I'm like, nigga, come on, like you gotta at least give me 65 before you start trying to get me on some ice cream, bro. I know what you're doing, but come on, you need to be a little more inconspicuous or something like that. So
it's not that obvious out here.
Yeah. And the other thing about this scene, it just was a reminder of how weak Barksdale's muscle had become.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where these two jokers is the ones out here doing the killing for you. Basically you got two dummies. Like you went from Weebay and Stinkum and those dudes to these dudes. You know what I mean? And it's not, I don't have this listed, but it was one of my favorite scenes when Avon is talking to Slim Charles, and he's like, what about just naming people? What about Woo Woo and them? Like, oh no, he called a bid. What about Big D? Oh no, Big D got out the game. But what about Potty Mouth for them? It was just like, nah, like they just went through every hitman in Baltimore. Like, nah, this all we got, bro. You know. So again, just another scene of just how weak Barksdale had become. So yeah, what's another one you got up, Rob?
When Chris kills the Michael's molester.
Yeah, Michael's stepfather.
It was never talked about. That's but right. I thought that he did that because he himself was molested as a child. Now, reading the book, they revealed that in the book I was telling you guys about, the Jonathan Abrams book. It wasn't revealed on the screen, but David Simon said, yeah, we told him, pretend that you're beating this guy because you were molested. And the actor, it's hard to pronounce his name, by the way, he's on To Kill a Mockingbird. He plays the guy on trial in the Broadway play based on the book and the movie. Yeah, tremendous actor.
Jabinga or something like that.
Yeah, tremendous actor. He beat him so bad because
he British too.
Damn, we didn't even get him in the bill. We didn't even get him in the
house. Right.
Frightful scene.
And you could even see it in Snoop's eyes during the meeting of it being like, yo, what the, like, damn, nigga. Like, you know, which again ties into them being able to get DNA evidence off of that. Which helped bring down Chris. You know, which is a big thing of anybody who's been in the streets of understanding when things get personal, you get sloppy. You know, because they were on their BI about, you know, making sure we get them in the buildings and split the lie, you know. Whereas that got personal and it, you know, just, you know, got out of hand and being one of the downfalls to the Marlowe crew. Right, to the Marlowe crew. Vern, what's another one you got, good brother?
Are you taking notes on a criminal conspiracy?
Yep.
And to piggyback off of that, when Putin, do the chair recognize we gonna look like some?
Yeah.
You too ignorant to be recognized.
And then the crazy part when Shamrock is like, yo, well, Poot did have a floor string. Right? Yo, he did have a floor string. Like, come on, you know. And that's the other thing about the why that it doesn't get enough credit for. The shit was funny. You know what I mean? Like, it was funny because, like you said, are you taking notes on a criminal conspiracy? Like, you're literally sitting here making you are documenting a criminal conspiracy, and like you said, like, but Shamrock, String Poot did have a floor. Like, he did raise his hand. You know, you called on him. Like, you know, so, but, you know, you're right. Definitely a funny scene for that. Greg, what you got up next, good brother?
I have Omar in season 1 rolling up on Avon at the payphone. First he capped Stinkum. Then he shoot Wee-Bey. And that's when he talk about Bay. Remember what come after the king, you best not miss. And that's where that line came from. Just the whole fear. Like they were so trying to think of the word. Avon and his crew had it on lockdown so hard in West Baltimore. And Omar can just walk around by himself. Shook.
Right.
On car. So that scene right there, how he just rolled. And Omar with every scene where he just rolled by himself.
Right. Now here's the thing, good brother. You're actually mixing up two scenes. Because the scene where he says you come at the king, you best not miss is actually the scene where he kills Stinkum, and then Wee-Bey is still there getting shot at. That's when Wee-Bey gets shot.
Outside the strip club. Outside the strip club, right?
No. This wasn't outside. No, this wasn't outside the strip club. This was in the hood. This was actually in the hood. And Stinkum and Wee-Bey was going for a pickup, and Omar was in the doorway in the dark. And he said, "Hey," and then that's when he shot him, and that's when he killed Stinkum. That's when Wee-Bey got shot in the leg, and he got put on the crutches. Then the joint where Avon was at the payphone, he shot at Avon. He ducked out the way, and then Bay came out on the crutch and was
You're right.
Yeah, but both scenes incredible. You know, with the you come at the king, you best not miss. Right. You know what I mean? So definitely, an incredible joint. Another joint that I got up is I got season 3, episode 11, the Brother Muzone scene with Omar. The way the scene, this is when the episode sets off with him walking down the alley and Muzone pulling up on him. And then, he says, worrying about you would be like wondering if the sun gonna come up. So it's like Omar knew he was coming back. Like he already knew, and then like I just again the dialogue, I see you prefer to, the Smith and Wesson tonight. I see you got that Walters. Walters like to jump a bit, so just the fact that these dudes is like at each other's neck and they being witty about your gun, like and things like the jump some, and it's like it won't like when you say something like with this caliber at this range, I can't miss. He said even if I miss, I won't miss. It's something slick, right? Again, just the writing of just of the back and forth and everything like that. I think that's it for me. Rob, you got any more scenes you got up?
I just want to throw one more scene out there. All right, when they're playing chess, when D'Angelo's teaching them how to play chess, and they're asking, well, if I knock the king off, if I'm the pawn, I could become the king. And he says, the king stay the king. The king stays the king. And they just couldn't get that concept. And Bodie, in real life, found out. Like, well, remember he talks to later on to McNulty. He's like, it's like them damn pawns on the chessboard.
Right. And even I love the dialogue between them as far as it being so the king moves like this, like, oh, kind of like your uncle, kind of like Avon. And he's like, the queen got the hustle, and he was like, oh, that's kind of like string, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then how Bodie ends it with, unless they some smart ass pawns, you know what I mean? So definitely a good joint. Vern, you got any more left?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw out when Naaman got called out for talking all that talk, and Kennard was punking him. He said it's time for you to put some action behind these words. And Kennard was just punking Naaman, and then Mike just beat the heck out of Kennard.
Yeah,
that's when I saw Mike really trying to metamorphosize and changing into a stone cold killer.
Yeah, and it's funny. What you say, Greg?
I was like, that separated the friendship. Like, Mike was about that business.
Because Mike was like, yo, Naaman, get your package, and he was like, nah, I don't want it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Another dope joint. Another thing about that scene I love, because Mike was like, too much goddamn talking. You know what I mean? Y'all talking too much, man. You up here trying to go back and forth. And I love when Kennard be like, yo, where the package? He like, package up my ass, man. I'm like, yo, Kennard was hilarious, man. Like, how you gonna tell somebody package up my ass, Gump? Like, yo, nigga, don't nobody respect you, Naaman. Like, get out of here, bro. You know what I mean? Right, yeah. Greg, you got
all I get is $5.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I had the opening scene.
Okay, that's one of my favorite scenes too.
Yeah.
One of my favorite scenes too.
Explain to McNulty, like, he's like, what's a snap boogie? Come on, dog. Just roll with the story I'm trying to give you.
Right.
You don't understand. And it just set up the whole whole series from there, and then
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
give up.
yeah.
Why y'all keep letting them play?
It's America, man. It's
You
America.
got to.
He's like, so if Snap Boogie take the money every time to run, why do you? Right, you know, and it's funny because at my job I work with a lot of white folk, and a lot of times it's trying to explain to them like, well, but why would this happen? And I'm like, it may not make sense to y'all, but it make perfect sense over here. You know what I mean? So it's like, and to be honest, it ain't even a black or white thing. It's really just where you from, because I know black folk from the suburbs who don't understand things too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's not a white or black thing, but it's like, yo, it's America, man. You can't. And a scene I actually didn't write down. I'm sorry I don't have it, but it's one of my favorite scenes because again, it correlates to what I do in the hood. When Wallace, and to this day, I don't know if it was a boy or a girl, when Wallace is trying to explain to his sibling about a math problem. And I, to this day, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but the sibling is like, I don't get it. And he's like, come on, man, do the damn math. He's like, all right, close your eyes. You got you in the low rise. Go to get this. You got that. Take a fiend comes and gets 4. Boom, what happened? He's like, boom, I got 18. He's like, yo, how the fuck you keep the count, but you can't get the problem right? He's like, cuz I fuck up the count, Bodie gonna fuck you up. You know what I mean? So it shows you how our kids, and I see it every day, our kids have it, but I have it because of the consequence. I have it because if I get this problem wrong, I'm gonna get fucked up versus I just get it wrong on a test or something like that. So I always love that scene because that's what I deal with, and any type of educator dealing with kids are going to deal with. And keeping in mind that had to be from 2000. We in 2020, and I'm still dealing with the same situations. Like one of my girls was she's 15, 16. She's a virgin. She was like, yo, I'm about to get my virginity away to this dude. I'm like, well, how long the old boy? She was like, oh, about 3 weeks. And I'm like, well, look, I'm like, look, I'm old. In my day, 3 weeks wasn't nothing. Maybe in 2020, 3 weeks is 20 years to y'all.
Right.
But I said, let me challenge you with this. If you met somebody and you've only known them 3 weeks, would you let them hold your iPhone for a week? And she was like, fuck no. And I'm like, but you're gonna give up your virginity. And then you could see like the light bulb go off, like, okay, I ain't think about it like that, But it just goes to show you how I'm like, it's sad that you put more more on for more love into this iPhone than you do to your own body. You know what I mean? So, and it's one of those things where, again, what I do with my kids is I don't tell them what to do. I just try to present ways for them to think and make their own decisions. Because she may have said, yeah, I'll let somebody hold my iPhone, but I know this girl and I know her and her iPhone. I know she wouldn't. And I'm like, you got to hold your virginity to your heart a whole lot more closer than you hold an iPhone that you could drop tomorrow and break or somebody could steal. So just, like I said, something I'm still working with today with my kids about. Boom. Favorite characters. Rob, who is your favorite character? Hands down on The Wire. If you got to go to, you got to go to. But if you got one,
String a bell, baby. String a bell. From the moment from the first scene that he was in, when he's in the courtroom drawing that superhero with the finger with the middle finger to McNulty, right? Loved this character because this was a drug dealer trying to legitimize the game. He was going to business school.
Yeah.
He was going to night school, business school. He was trying to find a way to legitimize the game and to go beyond that and set up his own businesses, real estate, the whole nine. Unfortunately, the game got him and he was killed. But that was my favorite character. And also because I saw from the get-go Idris Elba's charisma. It just, every time he was on the scene, he killed the scene. It just, he didn't have to say anything like we talking earlier. Easily String a Bell, my favorite character.
All right, no doubt. Vern, what about you?
Man, you know me, so I hate favorites and top fives and stuff like that. But if she's gonna put me on the spot, oh man, it's a battle between Lester and Bunk. So let me go Bunk.
Okay.
Because Bunk can kind of flow in anybody he's with. He plays off of people real well, especially his playoff with McNulty. I like a lot of the scene that with him and Omar.
Yes.
And Omar, you can see that Omar respected him because and Lester wasn't no punk and really called Omar out on some stuff, had Omar crying, you know. So he had humor, he had depth, you know. So I'm gonna say Bunk.
And he was a great detective.
Yes.
He solved everything he was in. You know.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. One of my favorite lines from Bunk was when he said, "You know what the plural pussy is? Pussy." I said, "This nigga just said pussy." I said, "Man,
how about when he arrested Snoop and said, 'I'm thinking about some pussy,' and she's like, 'Me too.'"
Yeah, crazy, man. Greg, what you got for your favorite character, man? Hold up, Greg. You kind of stuck. Can y'all hear him?
Nope.
No.
We can't hear you.
Yeah.
The Russians got him, man.
Yeah. Oh, let me hit him real quick. Tell him to jump back on. Yo, just try to jump back on.
It's saying me there.
Yeah, but they got you stuck, like, and then you just dropped off right then. Just check your email. I'm gonna send you another invite right now. Yeah, but Bunk was the dude, man. You know what I mean? Just so many, and like you said, at the end of the day, just a dope detective too. You know what I mean? Like a dude who did his job too.
Think about it. He solved every case he was on.
Yeah. I love him and McNulty playing old boy. They made him thinking a copy machine was a problem.
And the wild part about that, man, is just that's the stupid. Yeah. Little keep talking.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You good now. You good now.
We was talking about favorite character, right?
Yeah, your favorite character.
I said Omar.
Okay.
Omar, beyond, having everybody in fear, he was real witty with his. I know you were talking about him and Bunk. The dialogue between them was good. When he would go in season 1, especially underneath the building, when they'd be in that little fake office, and they were talking, he'd be like, "Oh, indeed." He's talking about, I never put my gun on nobody I ain't deserve.
Right.
He just break it down. That's how he talk, how he communicate.
Right.
I just like his dialogue, how he conversates.
Right.
And I thought, even though the type of character he was, and sticking people up, he stuck up the whole community. If need be, he just walk around with a trench coat and a shotgun. Everybody was in fear.
Yeah. I think for me too, with Omar is he was based off a real character too, with Richard Price. And Richard Price is one of the people who, like, if top 5 person I would love to interview, he's definitely there, because I really, to a point, it was kind of just like, are you embellishing this character?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
How does one dude walk around and ain't nobody get at him? Yeah,
exactly. You know, and I get it. It's television, so you got I leave room for embellishment, but you know, maybe there was, because even at the time, one of my favorite scenes is when he gets up in the morning and they don't got no cereal, and he just got on his silk pajamas. He's like let me just put my gun in, and he go to the store, and then just standing outside, somebody doing, they just throwing drugs randomly, like, you know, like, you such a stick-up kid just on a random walk to the store to get cereal, you know what I mean? You come home with a bag of drugs, you know what I mean? Or, you know, and even the first scene not the first scene, but from the first season, when he's just walking, everybody like, Omar coming, and people running, and he like, yo, I think not. Y'all know when I'm out here, you know, Omar can wait. And I love he used to talk about himself in the third person, because Omar can wait till tomorrow and the next day, and the next day, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'll be back, you know.
Another thing about Omar, he never cursed.
Yep.
Okay.
He never cursed.
He got mad at Brandon for doing it. Yeah.
He never. Oh, such a pretty face. Those words shouldn't be coming out your mouth. He never cursed.
Right.
Talk about red flags, Kill.
Right. Yeah. That's crazy, because like I said, that's like how I tell people Kool G Rap ain't curse on the whole first album. They be like, nah, you lying. I'm like,
yep.
Go back and do the research. He did not curse on the entire first album. You know what I mean?
And Rakim, did he ever curse?
Rakim did curse. Somebody tried to get at me one day, and I was like, I had to blow up their spot. Like, bro, please. I always tell people, teach your kids about hip hop, not me, bro. I'm good. I am certified out in these streets, bro. I'm like, yo, on his first song, My Melody, he says, because I'm gonna tear shit up. I'm like, damn, bro, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, but great point. I never even realized that. I tried to do this. I had to give it to two. The first one is Stringer. Probably because I saw myself in Stringer, like, you know, that would have been me, like, trying to, if I'm in the game, I want to get out the game, I want to make this legitimate, you know, trying to learn the right way to do things. So I saw so much of myself in Stringer. But then the flip is, this is like the Libra, like, then I loved Marlo, because I'm not Marlo. Like, and I don't know if anybody else out there ever feels like there are times I'm like, I wish I just didn't give up about anything. And that was Marlo. Like, Marlo did not care about nothing. You know, from the first scene, well, either do it or don't, but I got places to go. You're gonna kill him or not. I don't care if you kill him or not. Like, do it or don't, but I got places to go. You know what I mean? And that whole, Marlo didn't care about nothing. You know what I mean? And there are days that I wish I could be like, I just don't care about nothing, and I can't, because it's just not in my spirit. But, you know, no emotion. Another one of my favorite scenes, season 5, episode 1, where dude is like, you know, short, you know, I need to make your package too much. He's like, well, short yourself, you know, or, you know, short your crew. You know, he's like, look, you know what I mean? The package is what it is, you know, either take it or wait for my people Snoop to come pay you a visit. And then Snoop's like, and we will be brief with all you motherfuckers. I think, you know, like, you know, but just, I mean, dude is sitting there with a toothpick. I mean, this dude is cleaning his nails. Like, this dude is outside, like, whatever, you know, short yourself. You know, they my peoples. Well, you know, whatever, you know. So just that I don't care attitude. So
the one time he did show emotion was when they were locked up, and he goes, "My name is my name.
My name is my name."
Right. That was the only time.
But the emotion is based off of still him. It's not about for another person. It's about him. Whoa. You mean you niggas is talking trash about me in these streets, and y'all ain't tell me? Like, so like you said, the only time he got emotional was about himself. Because it was like, oh, you got niggas out here running their mouth reckless about me? Like, nah, man, you can't do that. We gonna say, bro?
Marlo too is a depiction of how the game. I mean, it had no honor is probably not a good word, but like you had rules. You know, no, you can't shoot folks on Sunday. You know, man, Marlo don't care about nobody, no thing, no nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think what I loved about Marlo too is, to me, he represented the new hustler.
Yeah.
Because people have this tendency to think, I started working in DC in 2000. It's 2020, so I'm 20 years in. The hood has changed. You know what I mean? So the honor of, yo, it's a Sunday, bro. Like, do what you do, but just not on no Sunday. You know what I mean? Like you said, bro. The new school hustler don't care nothing about no Sunday truth that's been around since the 60s. They don't care about that. I love Kennard killing Omar. Some people's like, oh, that's fake. I'm like, bro, trust me, I'm in the hood every day. That's real. That's real that these young kids don't have no honor for the old heads. You know what I mean? Greg knows coming up in my neighborhood, uptown Philly, I respected my OGs. My old heads, I would never think about talking back or doing anything like that. Whereas with this generation of kids, that level of respect is just gone. You know, and I always tell people when people ask me like, Kill, I always tell people that Nipsey Hussle's death affected me the most out of all the hip hop deaths. And I'm like, because to me, we're doing similar work as to what he was doing in the hood and still being in the hood. And, you know, my wife and my daughter hate me still being in the hood because of everything that happens. And that death showed me that you're not untouchable. You know what I mean? Like, you know, 30 years ago, that couldn't have happened. A Crip couldn't die in a Crip neighborhood. You know what I mean? By some random dude. You know what I mean? Because back in the day, you knew the people who had guns and could get guns. You know, so Nipsey's death makes me react different in a way in the hoods. You know, like the way that somebody may have disrespected me before, the way I would have reacted, now it may be, I had to kick out one of my kids one time. You know, was getting disrespectful with one of my staff, and I kicked him out in a very disrespectful way. And guy kind of put it on my heart, like, yo, you better go apologize to boy. Because I know his older brother. I know his older brother has guns. You know, he's 14. He could feel some kind of way like, yo, that nigga Kill talked to me like that in front of everybody. Like, yo, so the next day I seen him, I pounded him up, gave him a hug, like, look, bro, I apologize for the way I talked to you yesterday. I shouldn't have done it like that. Next time I'll pull you to the side. If Nipsey hadn't gotten killed, I wouldn't be moving differently now. You know what I mean? Because the wild part is Nipsey was in his hood. DC ain't my hood. I've been here 20 years, but this ain't my hood. Right. You know, and I've been in 9 different parts of DC. So, like I said, that I love the Omar piece, and I love the Kennard piece, I love the Marlo piece, because it's showing you this is the new age hustler, which is not, you know, the Avon who won in his corners, but not on no Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, you don't do that on a Sunday. Like, we do have rules, and these new school hustlers, there are no rules at all. There are no rules. There's no respect. All right, y'all. One of the things I love about The Wire is one of the things I love about Jay-Z. I can use Jay-Z lyrics in everyday life. You know what I mean? Vern, you know me on Twitter. I'll be arguing with somebody, and I'll just be like, a wise man told me once, don't argue with fools, because people from a distance can't tell who is who, you know? So it's kind of like Jay's rhymes I can literally use in everyday life. It's the same with The Wires. Give me some of y'all favorite quotables from The Wire. Rob, what are some of your favorite quotables from The Wire, man?
What is my favorite quote? A lot that we discussed already.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, just any of them, because I got about 100, so I can short my list down. But
you know, go on to the next one. Come to me last. I got to think.
All right, Vern, you got some?
That thing you do that makes you flow the way you flow.
Right. Cuddy, my man, Cuddy, right there. Cuddy, my man, Cuddy. Yeah. I feel you, bro. I feel you.
You want to
do all of them.
One at a time?
Do all of them.
All right. Well, now the thing about the old days is they the old days.
Yep.
Slim
Charles. Yep.
Slim Charles. We go to war on the lie.
Yep. If it's a lie, it don't matter. If it's a lie, we fight on that lie.
So, Omar on the stand, Levy trying to come at him.
Oh,
you are amoral. You're. I got the shotgun. You got the briefcase. But it's all in the game, right? Yeah. You know, Levy trying to high side him like, fool, you dirty as I am. It's just a different side of it. We already talked about you come at the king. You best not miss. Marla Daniels, the game is rigged, but you cannot lose.
Cannot win if you don't. You cannot win if you don't play. Yep.
And then I'm gonna end it. What we said also. My name is my name. And a man must have a code.
Yeah.
Bunk.
Yep. No doubt.
Yeah, that's
no
me.
doubt. Great.
No, I'm gonna get one more.
Yeah. What you got?
One more. Gentlemen, I don't know why that's so funny to me. When Donut stole the car and he rolled up the Escalade, we looked up at him. Gentlemen.
Donut was my dude, man. Donut was
that's my dude. He on my
guy.
slept on.
Yeah, he on my slept on list too. Donut was my guy. Greg, what you got for your quotes, man?
Well, I like how they would start each show or any show with a quote. I should say.
Right.
So I had, of course, the you best come for the king, you best not miss. My name is my name. I like the one with Avon. He's in there. It's in the first season. He going to see his peoples. He's talking about
Mm,
how you're not gonna be late
mm,
just 1 minute.
Right.
Who's never not late?
Right.
mhm.
But I mean, that's not really a quote, but just
No. But dope scene.
Yeah, it's real. It's real. Yeah, yeah.
because that's true. That's true in anything. It
Mhm.
don't have to be street. That's true in anything. Let me see. I mean, a lot of, like you said, we're saying with the scenes we was doing, a lot of quotes within the scenes. So we probably said a whole bunch of them. So off the top of my head, that's pretty much it. I would say.
All right, no doubt. So many. See, you want it one way, but it's the other.
Oh,
How I
yes,
forget that?
yes.
Yeah, how I forget that?
Pretty good. I don't think.
Big one too.
What you got? No. What you got?
When Omar robs Marlo Day in the car game,
Yeah.
he's like, money ain't got no. He's like, that's my money. Money ain't got no spenders.
Owners,
Money ain't got no owners.
spenders.
They're just spenders, right?
Just
Right.
spenders. Yeah.
Spenders. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
I had that written down.
But to see you want it one way, but it's the other. I probably use that at least once, 3, 4, 5 times a month, either with my kids in my house, you know, every time there's something, because I'm like, see, you like a lot of my kids want the most, but want to do the least amount of work. And I'm like, see, you want it one way, but it's the other, bro. You have to work for what you really want. So that was a crazy quote. Of course, you come at the king, you best not miss. I love when Carve said, you can't call this shit a war because wars end.
Wars end.
This will never.
Yeah, you know, and this will never end. It's like the war on drugs. Like, nah. I had the Marlon Daniels joint like Vern. Again, the Slim Charles, if it's a lie, then we fight on that lie. Omar, it's a quote, and I actually changed this quote when I talk to people. You mistaken me with a man that repeats himself. When at the card game, you know,
right.
And a lot of times on Twitter, I'll tell people, you've mistaken me with a man who gives a, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, you've mistaken me with that, dog. I don't care. Of course, my name. This is something, I live my life by this. This is probably the most important wire quote to me. I've taught this to people. This changes lives. Bonk saying to McNulty, there you go again, giving a fuck when it's not
your turn.
I use that everywhere. I told my boss that, like, yo, and mind your business. You know what I mean? Like, this don't got nothing to do with you. You know, people come at me like, yo, Kill, what does that department at your job do? I don't know. I worry about what I do. I don't know what they fundraising over there. I pay attention to my lane. You know what I mean? And it's weird because there would be times where when Naomi was young, I'd be getting her ready for school, and I'd be like, her lunch wouldn't be ready, and I would get mad, and it would just throw off my day. And I said, you know what? I gotta stop giving a fuck. Like I started giving myself 5 fucks a day, and I can't give more than that. So I literally would be like, am I gonna waste a fuck on this lunch not being ready? And I just dust it off and just keep going with my day. And people joke, but I'm telling you, people, if y'all out there stressed out, give yourself 2 to 3 bucks a day to give and stick with that. You will find yourself. You will see like this is not worth me giving the effort into. But I love that quote. What's this? I tell this to my kids all the time. Never mind you why. Why ain't in your repertoire no more, nigga? Because Bodie was asking Chris something.
Yeah,
he's like, nigga, why?
Right.
Why ain't in your repertoire no more, nigga? Don't even ask me no why. And then one of my other favorite quotes is Stringer when he says to Avon, you gonna pay one way. He was saying, when do we pay for corny? When do you start buying corny? He said, you gonna pay one way or the other. You know, with the bodies we lost, or we gonna lose time in the joint that's behind us or ahead of us. I mean, you can get some shit in this game, but ain't shit for free. You know what I mean? So just him being able to break down that way of thinking to Avon of all people, you know, and it makes sense because like you gonna pay one way or the other. Like, I don't know what you think. Ain't nothing in this game for free. All right, so tell me this, Vern, you got the perfect backdrop right behind you. You got the seasons of The Wire. This is always a discussion. Which way do you rank these seasons from top to bottom? I'm gonna assume I know everybody's bottom, but
yeah, you do.
I know everybody's bottom.
Yeah,
and we gotta talk about the bottom because I don't think the bottom is that bad when it came out.
It's not.
But we'll get into that. So Vern, Rob, how do you rank the seasons of The Wire?
I think my bottom might be different than everybody else's, but
Okay, so what's your top?
My favorite season was season 3. Why?
Okay.
Because it was the culmination of Stringer's actions coming back to bite him in his ass, how he set up the good brother Mazone and Omar, and all that came back to the lies he told to Avon, setting up having D'Angelo killed in the prison. That all came back to finally bite him and get him murdered. Also, you see the rise of Marlo, and finally the destruction of the Barksdale family.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So that's number one.
Number 2 is season 1. Why? Because we got introduced to all the major characters. We got introduced to Avon, Stringer, Weebay, McNulty, Kima, Bunk, Lester Freeman. We got introduced to everybody, and it was the first season. Is a ground-breaking season, and that's where everybody took notice. Wow, The Wire, is this the greatest show of all time? There's no season 2, 3, 4, and 5 without the excellence of season 1. So that's my second favorite season. My third favorite season is universally, it seems to be everybody's favorite season, and it's the best acted season. It's season 4.
Yeah.
The most emotional, the best acted. I mean, you said it yourself, Kill. You started your daughter on season 4, which was perfect because she could relate to the kids going to the 8th grade. It was heartbreaking what happened to Michael, what happened to everybody except Naaman. You would figure when the season 4 started, Naaman would be the one in prison for the rest of his life or whatever. No, he was the one that turned out positive. So season 4 would be my third favorite. Fourth, season 2, because I was interested in the docs. I like that. I like that. You didn't see that. And season 5 was my worst, my least favorite, because that serial killer storyline.
Oh my goodness!
You talk about a red flag. That's that's not a 15-yard penalty. That's a 60-yard penalty. Get off the field.
Right.
That was total BS.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. The one thing that I always say about the season 2 with the docs, is I have it as my least favorite season, but it's a very good season. Whereas I think a lot of people have it as their last, and they're like, I hated it. But I also think because it's one of those things, and Vern, you've been being on the show for so long and heard me say this a billion times. It's like when you go out to a restaurant and you ask the waiter for a Sprite and he brings you a water and you taste the water and you like, there's nothing wrong with the water. You just had your mouth
you didn't want
ready for
else.
that
Right.
Sprite. And I think coming back from season 1, we all wanted the streets. We all wanted, where's Avon? And it was like, who are these white people? And who cares about the docs? But like when I went back to it, it's like, yo, this is a good season. You know what I mean? It's a very dope season. You know, Frank Sabatka is one of my slept on characters. You know,
he was tremendous.
Dope,
tremendous.
Yeah, very dope season. But I think, like I said, we all were just like, we want more hood. Where's the Baltimore? Like where we wanted that. And I think, David Simon just wanted to show us something else. And what I did like was it's white folks struggling, because folk will tell you it's only black people out here struggling. You know what I mean? But those white folk at the dock were struggling the same exact way.
Yep.
People in the hood struggle, So I always say that about season 2. Vern, what's your top 5, bro?
Number 1, season 4. Number 2, season 3. Number 3, season 1. And this is a toss-up. Because the newspaper thing was just whack. I'm gonna go here because people sleep on season 2, but if you learn nothing else from The Wire, you learn that all the parts matter.
That's right.
You hear what's Cheese's last name?
Wagstaff.
What's Randy's last name?
Wagstaff.
Might that be his daddy?
That is David Simon in that book I was telling you about. All the Pieces Matter. The Wire said that they didn't have enough time to focus on their relationship, but that Method Man's character was the father of Randy.
So just little nuggets like that. And if you think about season 2, reminds me of Gary, Indiana. We were a thriving city. You know, U.S. Steel Mill. Reaganomics comes in. I mean, everybody's killing, bro. I think my Christmases used to be bananas. I had my dad had 6 brothers, all of them working at the mill, and one was a paramedic. Brother, man, we got gifts from everybody. I'm talking about crazy sleds and video games and all that stuff. When the mill closed down, the whole city died, and you can see, you know, if the docks and the ports were rolling, then Baltimore was more of a thriving city. But when the docks went down, that trickles down all the way to the east and the west side. So season 2, and then I'm gonna finish up with the last season. It had very, very good points, but man, that news, I mean, the serial killer thing was just too much, man.
Hey, Vern,
the sad thing about that is that the same thing the rest of the nation is getting help with. Detroit has been going through that for decades. You know what I mean? And there wasn't any help given to them. Greg, what about you, man? How do you rate the seasons? Greg, how you rate the seasons?
You hear me?
Yeah, I got you now.
Go ahead.
Okay, all right. Well, number 1, I'm going with season 1.
All right.
Because that set the stage for everything.
Exactly.
Now, here's the thing. I don't think there's really any bad seasons. And just to piggyback off what y'all was saying, why wait till I get to that? Well, I have season 4, number 2. I have season 3, number 3. I have season 5, number 4. And I have season 2, number 5. But to piggyback what you were saying, how season 2 is like a great season, I think it actually is, but I don't think we can really appreciate it until years later when all the seasons have come about and we can tie everything in together.
Right.
Because one thing about The Wire, it spoke about each situation from every angle, as somebody said earlier, from the streets to the docks to the education, lack thereof, the school system, to the political part with Scarcetti, and to the newspaper. Like, it all ties them together. Any major city you in, it's an angle from every angle. And it's good people, it's bad people. It's politicians on both sides. Politicians and the politics in newspapers. We in an era now where the media controls so much.
Yep.
I think The Wire went off, 2007, 2008?
2008, yeah.
2008. So look how much the media has advanced from that time to now. The media is everything now. And it's good sides and bad sides. And I love how The Wire shows both sides of it. Positive and the good and the bad from every angle.
Yeah.
You think would be good with maybe the newspaper, the mayor race and all that? No. They just as crooked as the boys in the streets in season 1.
Right. Right.
Yep.
Not white collar or blue collar.
Right. No point. For me, I got my favorite season it starts with season 4 with me. And the reason why I love season 4 so much, of course, I work with kids just spoke. Right. But this is also the reason why I have this being the best TV series ever. When people talk about Breaking Bad, when people talk about Sopranos, to me, if you're naming certain things like Vern, again, like on a hip hop show, if I say Rakim and you say Kane, there's no need to argue. You know what I mean? They're both dope. So if you say Sopranos, I mean Breaking Bad, I love them. The Shield, there's so many great dramas. But to me, the reason why the season 4 kind of sets that precedence for me is because what other show can you kill off the main character and basically take away Avon and bring in a whole new slew of characters and get us to care about him? Because if Tony Soprano dies in season 3,
it's over.
It's over. Yeah. You know what I mean? If
Walter White, if he died in season 1, it's over. Yeah,
exactly. There's no other series that you can show me where you kill off the 2 main characters basically and bring in a whole new cast of characters and you fall in love with them. Can't nobody say they didn't feel either something for naming. Anybody to me had to see themselves in either Mike, Dookie, whether you was left out like Dookie, whether you was a Randy, whether you was the Mike, whether you was the naming. Like you saw yourself in those kids. So I mean, starting in that season 3, bringing in Cuddy, bringing in Marlo, bringing in Chris and Snoop. It's like that's incredible writing to make you almost forget about. I forgot about Stringer. This is my favorite character, and y'all basically brought in a whole new cast of characters and made me forget about my favorite character. And didn't even miss the nigga. Wasn't even like, oh man, this is good. But if Stringer was here, it'd still be, it was like, who's Stringer? Like I forgot about, and that goes back to again the writing, the acting, just everything to me that makes this show so great. So I start with season 4. And Greg, just like you said, I love how it fits together like a puzzle. I think coming off of season 1, you just expected this to be the cops against the drug dealer. You know what I mean? So like you said, not being able to really appreciate season 2 until the end. Because like you said, I haven't rate like season 4, the kids, season 3, the mayor race, season 1, the streets, season 5, the newspaper, you know, and season 2, the docs. And like you said, Greg, kind of like you saw Carcetti wanting to become mayor to make a difference. And it's like, you realize you get in there and you realize I can't make a difference. You know, you saw Presbeluski go from being a cop to being a teacher, wanting to make the difference. And then he's just being told, no, just teach to the test. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, I can't. So it just showed you like McNulty's whole buck in the system was, I want to be a cop and solve murders. And y'all won't let me solve murders. So it's like, how do you make a difference? You're thinking as a kid, even as an adult, let me be a cop. I can make a difference. No, you can't. Let me be mayor. I can make a difference. No, you can't. Let me be a teacher. Nah, no, you can't. You know, and even though I hated the serial killer thing, the thing I loved about the newspaper was just the way Gus held it close to his heart. Like, this is my baby. Like, I am a journalist. And
he got screwed at the end.
Right. And you get screwed at the end. And it's one of those things. Right. And it was one of those things where it's one of those things where when you hold something dear to your heart, the way I hold hip hop dear to my heart, and now I see anybody who just has a blog and now they're a hip hop writer or they're a hip hop journalist and don't know shit about my culture, I always kind of related with Gus. Yeah, it's like I related to Gus in that way where you want to protect something that's yours, but now anybody who got a Twitter page is a hip hop connoisseur. Or Vern, I forgot what I tweeted one day. Somebody said
amateur,
like, an amateur hip hop connoisseur, and I'm like, what the fuck is an amateur hip hop connoisseur?
I read that. I was like,
how do you have this in your bio? Like an amateur basketball historian? Like, well, are you an historian? How are you an amateur historian? Like those. You know, but that's the youth. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's somebody being like, I want to be a historian, but I don't know, so I guess I'm an amateur. No, you're just an amateur. How about that? You're just a fan. You know, so that to me is the only reason why the 5th season, the 2nd season comes in last, just because of the Gus thing for me. Tell me this, man. Rob, who are some of your slept on characters? We all know everybody loves Stringer, Marlo.
Weebay was the rock of the Weebay was the rock of the Barksdale organization. When Weebay went to jail, that was the beginning of the end of the Barksdales. Weebay slept on. Man, what's the brothers? Hassan Williams. He was tremendous in that series. Love Weebay. Love Weebay. What's the drug addict that turned his life around?
Bubbles. Yes.
He did a phenomenal job.
Awesome.
And the two characters that grew the most in that show are two of the most slept on. That's Carver and Bubbles. Because at the end, they became better people. When the show started, I couldn't stand them. I saw Bubbles because my father was a drug addict, and I saw a lot of my father in Bubbles. I was like, he's always going to be a fuck up. And then his surrogate son, he kills him by accident. He tries to kill himself. He turns his life around, and at the end, he becomes a good dude, and he's no longer on the drugs. He's making a difference, and finally gets to have dinner with his family after being in the basement for all those years. And Carver, the Randy situation made him a better cop, and you can see by the end of the series, this was a big. He was like Herc, a big fuck up. But when the series ended, he was a good cop. He was a lot like Daniels. He became more like Daniels than like Herc. So those are my most slept on characters.
Dope list. What about you, Vaughn?
All right, before I say my list, I'm gonna say what I love the most about The Wire. It showed the worst part of the best people and the best part of the worst people. Most shows are very one dimensional. You know, it's the evil one or the good one. No, man. I mean, that dope dealer has some that dope dealer and dope addict have some humanity in them, and that politician got some evil in them, and that's human, and that's why it's dope to me. But slept on, Randy Wagstaff, Cuddy, Slim Charles, Donut, Kennard. I mean, and I don't think he slept on, but I gotta give props to Prop Joe.
All my list.
Yeah, the Deacon, and I'm gonna say Dinette, because man, that girl went through 2 heartaches. I mean, she lost.
Yes.
She lost a little poop butt boyfriend, and then she went to Brianna, went to Brianna like, can I? Not, yeah, you can get with him, and she, she trying to be that, and then he gone too. That just show you the game don't have no winners.
Yeah, crazy. Great. What about you? Who your picks?
One of my favorites off the top, Slim Charles.
Yeah.
Now I agree. Because I look at Weebay as like an integral character. I didn't have him as a slept-on character. Weebay is a major piece for me. I started putting him on it, but I didn't think he fit slept-on list. I had Bugs, got Prop Joe, Chris. I had between Kurt and Freeman. I think Freeman was real important.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So definitely, but my favorite slept-on character I would say was Slim Charles and Prop Joe.
All right, no doubt. I got Cuddy again, just because of the work I do with the kids. Him being able to say, like you said, Vern, that thing in me that make you do what you do, it ain't in me no more. And just being able to see the respect he had, even from when Weebay, when they were in jail and he was getting out, and Avon like, yo, the joint may have broke him, and Weebay like, him? Nah, man, nigga shot a cop, and then on Pissy and Gold, and then called the police and said, come get a nigga, I killed him. Like, nah, and Bay was just like, nah, he ain't breaking, nah. You know what I mean? So for him to be able to understand it, again, what we were talking about earlier, how the game changed. How Cuddy came out thinking I could still be in the game, but it's like, this ain't the game that I left.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people don't think about that. My last job before this, my boss used to rob banks. You know what I mean? And went to jail and got his life together. And really everybody I worked with, through the grace of God, got their life together. I mean, my mentor who just passed away, this dude was Omar. Like, you know what I mean? But got his life together with God, and you would have never known it. But you see that the game has changed. So you see, I had some of my old heads who used to work for me. They be like, yo, man, when I went in jail, we didn't have subways. I came out of jail thinking it was goddamn Jetsons out here. Y'all done got the elevated train, and, but people don't think about that. Like, there's some people who went in jail and they coming home like, yo, how you got a TV on the wall? That looked like a picture on the wall. Like, you know what I mean? That the game has changed. And I think with Cuddy, it was like, yo, this game ain't in it. And you could even tell from when he tried to sell that pack, and he was like, well, where's the number? And the dude was like, nigga, what you talking about number? He was like, well, back in the day, they give you a number when the cop, like, what you talking about? So for him to be able to go to Avon and say that, and for Avon to respect him enough to be like,
yeah, man,
you
right
good.
now.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And do that. And another one of my favorite scenes, how could I forget it, when he like trying to hype up Avon, like, look, we gonna put your name on the wall, and we gonna do this, and we gonna do that. He's like, how much you need? Like 10,000. Niggas like, nigga, please, they all doing all this talking for 10,000. Yo, Slim, get that nigga 20, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like Avon's like looking at each other like, yo, this nigga doing all this for 10,000, nigga. All this talking, I don't want my face on no wall. Just so Cuddy, for what he was doing for the kids, Brother Muzone, just because he was so cool with his, like, when people thought he was a joke, it was just Brother Muzone and his man. You know what I mean? And dude with his bow tie, and it was just like, again, the respect that these people had. Like, even when Prop Joe, like, you think I'm going against Brother Muzone?
Yep.
Right.
You bugging. You know what I mean? Gus, Augustus Hayes, Gus from the newspaper. Like I said, just his I saw myself in the way I care and I want to protect hip hop as the way that he saw and cared about journalism, and that he wanted journalism was sacred to him, you know, and it was like, yo, what are you talking about? Yo, did you get the little kid's name? Like, you know, and like just double checking everything Scott was doing. Like, yo, I don't like this dude. You know what I mean? Like, and for him, it was like, yo, I feel like I got to protect the integrity of journalism, you know, and again, like how I said, I see myself in, we got to, you know, protect the integrity of hip hop like that. Weebay, same thing, like you said, like, you know, even when they was at Orlando's and it was, you know, he was like, yo, they was going over the list of everybody who got locked up, and Avon was like, no, Weebay a rock. Like, we ain't got to worry about Bay.
Yeah.
Like, Bay a rock. We ain't worried about him. You know, and even when he was in jail, he was like, nah, what do you say for another sandwich?
Sandwich, yeah.
You know.
We don't know why longer. You know, I give you some more. You know, I can go another couple of murders. You know, old boy, he behind at the zoo. He right behind the amphibian cage back there at the zoo. Yeah,
little
right
man.
There. Little man. We got him. Dookie, I felt sorry for Dookie just because he never fit in, man. You know, he never fit in. You know, he tried. You know, Mike tried to have him out on the corners, and Kennard was punking him, and you know,
didn't let him in the house, man.
He ain't let him in the house, and then it was the whole situation where, you know, I remember then Mike was like, when Mike got his own spot, he was like, well, look, man, I know you ain't with these corners. You know, you could just pick up Bubs and da. He's like, being like a nanny. You know what I mean? And Mike was like, yo, you know, time is your own. You know, whatever you do, I just need you to pick him up and do. Time is your own. I don't care what you do, you know. But and then just having to see him go to drugs. Another one of my people that nobody talk about, Butchie. The reason I love Butchie was because he was, to me, he was the OG for Omar. Like, Omar would go to him for advice, and they'd be like, yo, you know what? And Butchie took care of Omar. Like, yo, call Butchie. He locked up. Butchie sent the 2 boys. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he, like, Butchie was the dude who, like, again, and back in the day, you would go to your old head. Like, I would go to my mentor, you know, if me and T was beefing, I'd go to him like, yo, bro, what I'm so, you need that old head that watches your back. You know what I mean? And doing that, to me, Butchie was that for Omar, you know, and truth be told, when they killed him, that was like a little moment for me. Like, damn, man, y'all done killed Butchie, man. You know, which again brought Omar out the woodworks firing because he understood what he meant for him. And a wild card pick, I'm gonna go with Presbeluski because he was another character to me who never fit in. He was a dookie. He didn't fit in. You know, with the cops, you know, he was a fuck up as a cop. You know what I mean? Then that time he hit the dude and blinded the boy, like he trying to be all cool. And then it was like but I felt like season 4, he found his niche as a teacher.
Right. Yes, he did.
Like, yo, I really enjoy this, teaching them the probability of shooting dice. You know, like I felt like he really found his piece then. So that's my thing. So tell me, y'all, where does The Wire rate for you? Is it, I'm assuming it's top 5 of all time, but is it your number 1? Rob, is The Wire your number 1 drama of all time?
Top 3 dramas of all time, in my opinion. Number 1, The Wire. Number 2, Breaking Bad. Number 3, The Sopranos.
Can't be mad at that. What about you, Vern?
Ichiban is number 1 for me.
Right. What about you, Greg?
Numero uno.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean it's the same for me. Like I said, I've never seen a series be able to do what The Wire has done before. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't know if I was Italian American, I could relate to The Sopranos more. I don't know, you know, but being a black kid, The Wire just and like we said, it speaks to every piece of it that when you really piece it together. And I love the ending of it being, you know, Bubs is off drugs, but now Doogie's on drugs. You know, Omar's dead, but now Michael's the new stick-up kid. So it just shows you how, you know, it's like Nas says, like a cycle. Someone come home and go, you know, do the same shit again. You know, like, so it's just, there's always that cycle in the hood. Yeah, the game don't change, just the players, you know. So what's up, Vern?
Can we throw out our most hated character?
Oh, most def. Who you got, man?
Man, Fruit. I hate that.
Fruit was your most hated?
Yeah, I was glad when he got, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. Fruit Method's man's character, right?
No, that was Cheese.
No, Cheese is
Fruit,
Method.
Fruit is the one who stole the money. I mean, sold the drugs from Cuddy and then Pam.
What happened?
Fruit. You remember Cuddy gave him a pack.
Yeah.
You just talked about
Fruit.
it.
You just dude who got killed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
My bad. The name failed me right there for a minute. Fruit. Yeah. Fruit was whack as shit, man. And yeah, I was happy when he got shot too, man. You know what I mean? That dude was whack. Damn, that's a good question. I don't know, Rob. You got a most hated character? Or Greg, I gotta think for a second.
Marlo, because
okay.
At the end, he got to where Stringer wanted to get to, and I hated that shit.
Yep.
Hey, he didn't give a fuck about being a businessman or anything. That was his way of getting away with going to jail.
Yep.
And then at the end, you see, he went out there and he got into a fight with some guy. Oh my God! I hated Marlo because he did not get his comeuppance at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What about you, Greg?
McNulty's boss. What was his name? And he was
Rawls. Yeah.
That's my
Yeah, Rawls is up there for me. I that's a good question, Vern, because I've never even thought about who was my most hated character. I hated Cheese. I hated Method Man's character.
Yeah.
Because he was a sellout for whatever. Like you said, whatever to get the cheese, you know, it was like, oh, you need to know where Prop Joe is. And then he sold out his uncle. You know what I mean?
Uncle. Yeah,
you know, so I love when Slim I love when Slim killed him at the end. And then the little dude said, "This sentimental motherfucker just cost us money." You know what I mean? And Slim reached down to the old dude like, "Yo, that was for Joe." He's like, "A sentimental motherfucker." I don't care if it's for Joe now. You know, but like you said, like Cheese was just out for that cheese. You know what I mean? Like, where can I get at Marlo? Because I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, Cheese was how they caught up to Marlo at the. I forgot what it was, but somehow he sold out everybody. So I definitely hated Cheese, man. He was one of the people who I didn't mess with. So again, Vern. I know you got the book behind y'all. If y'all don't have it, Vern, you see it in the background. Very dope book on the wire. Yeah. Rob, what is the other book, man? I slept on getting that. But what's the book you said we gotta get?
The Wire, All the Pieces Matter by Jonathan Abrams.
Right. Okay. That's definitely on the list. And here's the thing, y'all. For the people who don't know about it, The Corner. This is the prequel to The Wire. It's still David Simons, Edward Burns. Yeah. This was like this was the HBO teaser of what was going to become The Wire. Very dope show. Very dope book.
Directed by Charles Dutton. Charles Dutton.
From Rock fame.
Starring the kid from Fresh, Sean Nelson, who was tremendous in that series.
Yeah. So definitely good book there to check out. Vern, give them all your information. If y'all already know, if you are in ATL, Georgia, anywhere around there, and you are looking to buy a house, this is my man to get with right here. Vern, the closer Chandler. There you go, Vern. Just so tell them where they can get at you, good brother.
At Instagram. On Instagram at V the Lone Closer, Twitter V Chandler 10.
All right. So again, if y'all looking for a crib out there in Georgia, and you said you do outside Georgia too now,
Georgia
right?
And Alabama. I can hit South Carolina, North Carolina.
All right. Yep. No doubt. I'm gonna have to get some people at you. I got a couple people wanting to move down North Carolina. I didn't know you rocked in that too.
Yeah, we're there. So I mean, it wouldn't be me directly, but I can put them where they need to be. Yeah.
All right, no doubt. Rob, give them all the information, good brother. Where can they get at you?
My Twitter handle is at Robert Silva SILVA 5768. I talk about old school R&B and boxing. That's my shit right there. I got a boxing podcast on Apple Music. Go to the Apple Podcast. It's World Championship Boxing, where I talk old school boxing, and whenever there's a great fight or a significant fight like the Fury Wilder fights or any of the big fights that recently passed, we cover those. We cover those. We do recaps of all the big fights.
What's that Twitter again?
Robert Silva SILV as in Victor A 5768.
Got it. I got it. Okay.
No dope. And like I said, very dope brother right there, man. Been following each other on Twitter for years. It's the first time we get a chance to chop it up. So definitely appreciate you, bro. My man Greg, where can they get at you? Twitter, IG, everything.
Okay, on the Twitter, I'm slow with the Twitter, but my Twitter is at Bianca's Daddy, which is my daughter. It's BYANTA Daddy. So you can find me there. IG is GP1112. And, you know, for any of us old folk that may be on Facebook, you can find me there. I know it's in advance, but I throw that out.
Yeah, man, I can't do Facebook. Every time I get like Hotmail send me something like, oh, Kathleen Kilpatrick just posted a photo. I'm like, let me go see what my mom did. And I swear it's like a black hole. As soon as I get there, I'm like, I look up and 3 hours later, I'm like, fuck, how did I just waste 3 hours on this hellhole?
Because what it is, I'm slow with it. So
Right.
Facebook is good, I'm slow with it. Twitter,
right.
you know, is, you know, I gotta pay attention.
Right.
Mhm.
Now I feel you. I feel you.
So that's what that is. But
I feel you. And y'all already know what it is. We'll make Kill Apartment 5B on Twitter, Kill 889 on IG. We'll make beats for food, mixtapes, everything. Go there, download some stuff, check out some podcasts. I will definitely check y'all next week, man. Appreciate y'all.
no doubt.
All right, good looking, boss. Fellas.